start yours first, see then. Since we right into your pick.
Bet.
Yo, what's that word? Third 12 Innings Podcast, episode 50. Big 5-0, like 50 Cent. But today gonna be an interesting episode. As you can see, I'm in a different setting, but you gotta do the work at work. Show must go on. How
Gotta
y'all
get that
fellas
money.
doing today?
Good.
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Good. Today the first thing we want to talk about is a continuation of our NFL mock drafts. We're gonna do picks 23 through 28 today. We're gonna go one at a time. So first, Byron, who you had for the Vikings?
I got you, man. Vikings pick. See, hopefully he falling this far, man. They need a new pickup with the departure of Cousins, picking up J.J. McCarthy at quarterback. It'll be a nice fill. Try to keep their top weapon and Justin Jefferson happy, making him the starting quarterback right away, making him after winning a national championship in the college game. Hopefully, he can translate that into the NFL and bring them at least a great season coming up here in the 2025.
All right. 23rd pick originally was the Vikings pick. I had them trading that to the Falcons in the previous podcast, so that the Vikings were able to move up and get JJ McCarthy with the 6th pick. So the 23rd pick is going to the Falcons, and I have them selecting Chris Jenkins, D tackle. I feel like the Falcons are getting good value here at the D tackle position, as they're in need of a young talent to fill that position. And with his 6'3", 299-pound frame, I feel like he can come in and be an immediate disruptive inside force.
Like that pick. For the Vikings, like Byron, I also had J.J. McCarthy, but I can also see in a scenario with Khalil, how he had him going much earlier. In everything that I've seen, it's quarterbacks going in the top 4. But staying true to my board, I just think that I think it's 2 definite great quarterbacks in this draft, and maybe Jaden Daniels could slide in there as well. But I got J.J. McCarthy falling here to the Vikings, which I think they're going to love this scenario. I already got Justin Jefferson. I had them picking up. They got Jordan Addison. Well, I think I had them picking up, what's his name, Malik Neighbors as well. So they got an elite young trio at wide receiver, strong tight end play. Can improve some on the offensive line, but I like Christian Dillashaw there. But I got them picking up J.J. McCarthy from Michigan. For the next pick is 24 to the Cowboys.
You go first. No matter to me.
Go, Khalil.
Go, bro.
I got them taking Amarius Mims outside tackle. Just with the departure of Tyron Smith, I feel like the Cowboys need to go in and get a new tackle to build up over on the offensive line. He has a great skill set and he shows a lot of upside.
Yep. With C as well, that I think they need to definitely upgrade on their offensive line. I got them picking Graham Barton. He's a big guy, 6'5", 314 pounds, senior out of Duke. He's a really good guy, pass blocker. With Dak is on a prove-it year, he's going to really need those bigger guys to keep him upright and get those yards to prove that he can get that money. So I got him picking up, like I said, once again, Graham Barton out of Duke.
It's funny, me and Byron got the same pickup for the Cowboys as well. Graham Barton from Duke, 6'5", 313. Loved him on that interior. Zach Martin's name. I was trying to remember his name. The other guard on the other side can be a mentor for him for a couple years. You know, he's getting up there in age, even though he's still playing at an all-pro level. They did pick up Tyler Smith, I believe 2 drafts ago, or this last draft. So they got young talent on that line. but they're going to have to start backfilling it with young prospects. And the Cowboys generally draft well with Jerry Jones and his son Jason Jones. And I think it's going to be another solid pickup from them. Even though I did watch some film today where he was kind of getting abused by Fabian Lovett from Florida State, but hey, he's still a good prospect, and I think he has the potential to be there for at least the next half decade. The next pick was number 25 to the Green Bay Packers, or in Byron's case, the Ottawa something team or whatever in our NFL Madden League. But the Green Bay Packers, who do you have them picking up, Byron?
Oh man, I think they're the Commodores. But
Yeah, yeah.
I got the Packers picking up at the 25th pick. Troy Tuanu, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. Offensive lineman out of Washington, 6'4", junior, multi-position player. He can play all over the line. They're young already, coming up in this next season here, trying to build off what they did last season with nobody expected from them, making it to the playoffs, beating the teams that they beat, making it to the second round, coming back this year, building up on that offensive line for Jordan Love. It'll be wonderful in picking up Troy.
25th pick, I got the Packers selecting Cooper DeJean, cornerback out of Iowa. Packers just traded their number 2 cornerback, or they traded him on Rasul Douglas. So he has the ability to come in, make an immediate impact, and start on the other side of Jair Alexander. He has good on-ball skills and instincts, and he also has versatility to where he can play the safety position for them as well.
25 for the Packers, I had Brian Thomas Jr., wide receiver from LSU. They already got some good young receivers in Christian Watson, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my name right now. I think it starts with a
Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like Romeo Dobbs, but I think Brian
Nice.
Thomas Jr.
Very nice.
has a chance to come in and be that number 1 receiver for them. Obviously, he wasn't going to be the number 1 with Malik Neighbors, who went much earlier in all our drafts. But I think he has potential to be number 1 in the NFL. 6'3", long speed. I believe he ran a 4.3 at the combine. Great route runner, and he's a strong blocker. So I got them picking up Brian Thomas Jr. Number 26, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Khalil, who you got them picking up?
Troy Fatunu, guard, also plays the tackle position. Pretty sure we all know the Bucs need some serious help on their O-line. Don't really think of much they have besides Tristan Wirfs right now. With him, you kind of get that 2-for-1 because he can play the guard and the tackle position. And I feel like that's best. That's more of what they need as they go through this kind of rebuild at the offensive line.
No, yes, sir. 26 pick with the Bucs. Got them picking up Amarius Mims. Like Khalil said, man, they definitely need to hold that line with them paying Baker Mayfield, giving him a little bit of bread, holding that line of trenches, can see what he can actually do as they build again. Like I said, another sneaky team that built up last year and made the playoffs and did something pretty good that nobody expected from Baker Mayfield. And now he got paid a little bit, and see if he can solidify his starting position with building around his offensive line with Amarius Mims from out of Georgia, 6'7", 340, big boy. Hold down the trenches and keep him up.
Feel that. I love Amarius Mims too. Got an interesting story on him, but won't share it right now. For the Bucs. Oh, yeah, I like to mention for this, get out of my mind. I don't think I'm winning another game in the Madden franchise. Computer just is kicking my ass. Them boys shredded me like, man, hey, if y'all play Madden, drop your gamer tag in the comments. How y'all feel about y'all teams and the prospects we got going to. Let us know where you think we wrong. subscribe to the channel, like the video, and go watch our previous videos so y'all can see all our picks leading up to this point right here. We appreciate it.
And let's get a subscriber franchise going.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
let's go. Hit that notification bell so you know when the video popping out too, man. Come on.
So for 26 to the Buccaneers, I had Tyler Guyton. Yeah, they got problems along the offensive line. They did just pay Baker Mayfield. I was almost tempted to put Michael Penix here, because I don't think Baker is going to be there for the life of his contract. But I'm gonna go with offensive lineman Tyler Guyton, a little green, but he has all the physical tools coming from that Oklahoma system. Obviously, he's well coached. I think it'd be a nice young pickup on that left side of the offensive line, especially a couple of years after losing Donovan Smith to the Chiefs, I believe. At pick number 27, we're at the Arizona Cardinals. Who you got, Byron?
Arizona Cardinals, number 20, what we said, 27?
Let's see.
TJ Tampa out of Iowa, out of Iowa State. 6'2", 200 pounds, nice size corner. Big frame when he's guarding the guys. It can be able to shift you wherever he wants you to go, knock you off your routes. Ball hawk, and he's going to be a nice addition to that growing defense that they really need in the secondary at the Cardinals.
I have Latu, edge. Feel like with his I know I butchered his name. Sorry. But with his athleticism and big, strong frame, he's probably one of the most dangerous pass rushers coming out of this draft. And he'll come in and help fill the many holes that the Cards defense has right now. Only reason I have him going so low, I'd want to say too, is just a couple injury concerns past history.
For the Cardinals, I was conflicted about this pick, but the dude who I think is going to go here, I just dropped him a little bit because I understand how value can come into play. Because it's a deep cornerback draft, and that should give people a hint to who I might was thinking at this pick. But for the Cardinals, I had them picking up Chop Robinson, Penn State defensive end. They haven't been good there for real since Chandler Jones and Marcus Golden with roaming the edges over there. I think they need to start working on the offense. Even though I can see a receiver going here, that would be a Cardinals pick, and I hope they don't do that because their defense wasn't porous, but it could definitely be improved on at the premium positions really anywhere for the Cardinals. But I had them
Most
picking up Chop
definitely.
Robinson. What was that?
No, I said most definitely. Yeah, the Cardinals' defense have been struggling for the last few years, man, for the last few seasons.
All right. So our last pick for the night, as far as the NFL draft, who did y'all have? Who did Khalil? Who you had? The Buffalo Bills picking up?
It's not really a surprise with the departure of Diggs and Gabriel Davis. I have him taking a receiver. I have him taking a Adonai Mitchell. He can come in with a chance to be the number one receiver in that receiving room. He has a big frame, a good sudden change of direction, and his ability to break tackles. He can come in and be a playmaker for them right away.
For the Bills, much for the same reasons that Khalil said, the departure of Diggs, I got them picking Brian Thomas here, big body receiver. You can go get it. Nice guy to be come in and fill him at that number one receiver spot, and see if we can have Josh Allen still produce at that same rate without, prove it number one receiver.
It's a clean sweep. I also had them picking up Adonai Mitchell. But I just want to say I hate when teams put themselves in a position where they have to draft for a need. Even though I think Adonai Mitchell is worthy of going here, very fast 40. I think he was underutilized at Georgia and Texas due to the talent he was surrounded with. But at the same time, when you put yourself in a position to have a need like this, I think it looked bad because this dude is going to come in there under a lot of pressure. He's automatically going to be the number one wide receiver target on the team. He's going to be facing number one cornerbacks. He's not going to get a chance to. Maybe he will because they have a good coaching staff, but he's going to be his development is going to be much more difficult than if at least Gabriel Davis or something like that was still there to help take some coverage away from him. But we'll see how it goes. I think he's a great prospect overall. Our next thing we're going to talk about is the NBA play-in tournament. The first game that we're going to discuss is the Sacramento Kings versus the Golden State Warriors. And who you guys got winning that game? Real quick, are the playing games neutral site or is it higher seed?
Nah,
It's home.
no,
Higher seed.
yeah, the higher seed's home.
So it's going to be in
So,
Sacramento this game.
yep.
I believe higher seed and whoever won against that team the most,
Okay.
like against each other.
So okay. So who do you guys got? What do you guys think about the game? And who do you guys have between Sacramento and the Golden State Warriors? Either one of y'all can start.
I got the Warriors. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, last year's playoff, they ran through Sacramento. I don't see much changing. The Warriors,
7
I
games?
know. Listen, the Warriors, I know they've been lackadaisical a lot, but Klay Thompson's been getting hot. I feel like it all depends on him and what he does coming off the bench. I don't know if he's starting again. I don't know when the last time I watched the Warriors game. But I know by looking at the stats, Klay Thompson's been pretty hot. So as long as he stays hot, I got the Warriors taking it.
I don't know. It's gonna be tough to say, man. But I definitely, me personally, I got Sacramento Kings. I got De'Aaron Fox. We got Hunter over there. Those guys are young. They're ready for it. With the loss last year to those guys, put them in a better situation to learn more about the team. And then with the Warriors not being the same team that the Warriors have always been, with a lot of new faces, them not being able to gel 100% with still some cracks in their offense, a lot of crack in their defense, with them not being big down low. Uh, Sabonis is going to eat. He has a beef with that boy Draymond Green already, so it's already time for him to go at him. I think it's going to be a great matchup, and it's going to go down to the wire.
I think it's a tale of like where teams are at this point in the season. Sacramento been losing. The Warriors have been winning. Clay has been starting. He's been actually looking excellent. I think the Warriors are peaking at the right time as a successful organization. Should as they've been for a while now. In a one game setting, I'm gonna ride with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond just to their experience and the talent that they have around them. I would have possibly picked the Kings if Malik Monk was healthy as well, but due to the fact that he's not healthy with that knee issue, I don't think they got enough firepower over there to keep up with the Warriors for 4 straight quarters. So I'm gonna have to go with the Warriors to win that game personally, as the lower seed as well. Uh, the next game was Chicago and the Hawks. So who y'all got between Chicago versus the Hawks?
Go ahead,
I got I got the Bulls. Got the Bulls winning it out. I believe in our last video we were talking about DeMar DeRozan as the clutch player, fighting tooth and nail. I think they just need to play a little bit better defense and stopping Trae Young. The most firepower over there that they have at the Hawks, keeping DeJounte Murray with the amount of shots that he takes. He's not really a great shot taker. He's a good shot maker, but he's not a great shot taker. If you just keep forcing him into a lot of bad shots, that they can come away with the win.
I'm taking the Bulls as well. Like Byron said, how can you bet against a guy as clutch as DeMar DeRozan? He knows how to step it up for big games. Feel like Kobe White and Vujacic have been heating up over the past few games lately as well. Then you also have to take into consideration with the Hawks, their defense isn't really that good, and then you have Trae Young, who's only been back for a couple games. So who knows if he's even back into the rhythm of the game? I feel like that's going to have a big effect on the game between these two teams.
I got the Hawks in this game. I just don't think the Bulls have enough to keep up with them. Again, Hawks got massive firepower. Bogdanovich, he always elevates his game in the playoffs. Trae Young is going to be the best player on the court, honestly, by a couple miles. And Dejounte Murray, again, he's not the most efficient guy, but I think his defense is going to step up during this time period. I think he's going to be, well, it's going to be DeAndre Hunter going to be the primary defender on DeMar, but I think he's going to draw the matchup sometimes, and he probably going to get cooked, but we'll see how that play out.
He's small, man. He better not come over there. He's too
Yeah.
small.
Hey, I can't name the Bulls starting lineup right now. If they had Zach, I'm rocking with the Bulls, but due to the fact that, my boys, can't stay healthy, hope Lonzo Ball comes back healthy next season. I digress, but I got the Hawks winning this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win it kind of convincingly. Next game is the Miami Heat at Philadelphia 76ers. Damn, that's a good game. But yeah, who you got in that, Byron?
Yeah, like I said, that's a good game for sure, for sure. But with Embiid coming back, getting a couple games under his belt already, trying to get himself into playing shape after the injury, I just got him coming back, man. I believe that he would have been the MVP of this year if he would have played the full season without him getting hurt. Coming back to knock off the Miami Heat and moving on into the actual seeding and making the playoffs.
So like Byron said, Joel Embiid's back. I think the few games Joel Embiid has played, 76ers have won since he's been back. He's, in my opinion, the best player in the league. Just him being in the game, he changes the dynamic of the game. And I feel like with the home court advantage, the 76ers are able to squeak out a close one.
I know what my analytical mind is telling me to say, but I'm gonna go against it because these dudes been proving me wrong for like the past 5 years in a row. So
Yeah, go
therefore,
ahead. I believe it.
I'm gonna go with Miami Heat in this game. I think they're gonna pull it out. For some reason, Jimmy becomes the best player in the world in the playoffs consistently. I don't know how. Literally, I don't with the dudes they got on the roster. I don't know how. Spo is a great coach. To me, he's the best coach in the NBA. And Bam's a great defender. I don't think he's gonna stop Embiid by any means. But I don't think Embiid is gonna go for 50 or anything like that because they're gonna double him. Tyrese Maxey, he's gonna have to show up, which I think he has a chance to. But I think Jimmy is going to, will them somehow in a way again, and Tyler Hero is going to make enough shots for the Heat to pull out this game. I just can't go against them, even though everything is telling me to go against them. I've been doing it, and I've been coming up short. So I'm gonna rock with them boys this time. But whoever win out of the Bulls in the Hawks, I think the 76ers are going to destroy them and get into the playoffs. So there's still hope. Anyways, we got two more games after this. I forgot because whoever loses that 9 and 10 game, they play. Whoever wins the 9 and 10 game plays the winner of the 7 and 8. So just keep that in mind. While not our final, but our next playing game will be the Lakers versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Who y'all got in that game? Or how y'all feel and who y'all got in that game?
You go first, C. I want to see what you got to say.
I mean, I don't know how I can go against the King. I'm taking the Lakers with this one. Same thing. Zion's been playing like a monster lately. But like I said, Brandon Ingram's just coming back off injury. He hasn't really gotten into the flow. We don't know what CJ McCollum's going to show up to the game. And I feel like in these playoff moments, LeBron and AD just take over.
I'll go.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, honestly, as a Laker fan, I'm terrified of this game just because
Yeah,
the Pelicans were on a tear like before injuries
yeah,
start to occur. And honestly, I think overall talent wise, they have more talent than the Lakers. They have good defenders they can put on the Lakers' wings, including LeBron with Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, CJ McCollum. Again, we don't know who's going to show up, but if the good CJ shows up, I don't know who's going to slow him down on the Lakers at all, to be honest. Um, and then Zion Williamson. I'm not sure who we're going to put to guard him. We can't put LeBron on him because I just think LeBron can guard him, but I think it's going to wear him down over the long haul of the game. Um, but I'm going to go with for some. Ooh, is this in New Orleans? Is AD returning to New Orleans?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with LeBron.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with LeBron just because I rock with LeBron. So
Oh man. Okay. Now they going for nostalgia. I'm gonna go for some real shit. I mean stuff here. Yeah, man. They've been on a tear for real, for real. Meaning the Pelicans. Zion is just gonna rip through a lot of the defense here. Without the help of Jared Vanderbilt on their defense, without the shooting and helping of, I mean, he's kind of been coming back into his own, but of Gabe Vincent of shooting the three ball. I don't see where any of the firepower is going to be coming from besides LeBron and AD. Like Brodrick said, the Pelicans have more overall talent. Like Khalil said, Bi is coming back. Yes, he's still has to get into the swing of things, but this is going to be a great game to get into a swing of it because I don't really even see who's going to guard him on top of CJ McCollum. Like Khalil said, like B said, CJ McCollum brings his right old self to scoring the ball, focusing on dishing it, getting his teammates involved. I don't really see any. I see them running up the floor and running these boys out of the gym.
ooh, running out the gym is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I know
But I
they just
respect
won
it.
and beat them. I know they just beat them the other day, and it was
Yeah,
a very tough game.
yeah,
But with it being a playoff setting and with them zoning in on certain keys, I
right.
think it's just about to be time to run it out. Just run it out.
For sure. I respect it. Uh around about 5 minutes left. Talk about these last two games. So I think y'all's are similar. Mine's are probably a little different. The last two games would be again the loser of the 7 and 8 and loser of the 9 and 10, or I mean the winner of the 9 and 10 and loser of the 7 and 8. So first on the West, I believe Byron, you had the Lakers losing and you had the Warriors losing. So you're going for both the upset. So in this game, who do you have between the Lakers and Warriors for the final seed in the playoffs?
Whew. And see, that's why I would want this kind of matchup to be set up because it'll be perfect for the inning of two different versions of stories of LeBron and Steph Curry, making the teams different, changing the whole landscape of the Warriors and Lakers. But I got Lakers winning it out with LeBron finding a way just to bully the Warriors down and not, like I said, they don't have any inside presence, and LeBron being the best driver of the ball and them having not really any resistance besides Kaminga. I don't really see them stopping LeBron or AD. Riding the Splash Brothers into their end of the story.
Goodbye.
Yep. And
So
farewell.
real quick, I'll call you back. Real quick, Khalil, who do you have? You had so who do you have between the Kings and the Pelicans?
It would have been Warriors and the Pelicans.
Oh, you
I had the
picked.
Warriors, but I got the
Oh
Pelicans
yeah,
locking in.
right.
I got the
Warriors and
Pelicans
Pelicans.
locking in on the 8 seed.
For who?
I feel like the Warriors are a worse matchup for the Pelicans than the Lakers. Um, I feel like nobody that's really going to stop Zion. That's a good game for Brandon Ingram to get back into the swing of things as Draymond can't guard him and Zion. Warriors aren't that good defensively, and I have the Pelicans locking in at that 8 seed.
All right.
Bye bye bye
Got about
bye.
2.5 minutes. I'm gonna go with I had the Warriors and so it'd be the Sacramento versus the Pelicans. Okay. Yeah, I have Sacramento winning that. No, I'm sorry. I had the Pelicans winning this game here. I just think their size is too great on the front line. Um, and I just want to see Zion in this setting finally. I don't know if I've seen Zion in the playoffs, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think he's played in the playoffs yet. So I want to see him in this setting, see what he does. So this next game, y'all had the Bulls advancing. So it would be, yeah, it would still be the Bulls versus the Heat for both of y'all. So who y'all got in that game? Bulls versus Heat.
Heat.
Um,
Too good
I thought wouldn't
defensively.
it be the Hawks for us because we would have the Bulls winning in already.
No, the
Oh no,
7 and
because
8
they're
seed are the 7 8
yeah.
Oh,
seeds
okay,
are
okay,
76ers.
okay.
But yeah, no, Miami's taking that. I feel they're too good and sound defensively for the Bulls offense to handle. Their defense causes problems. They have literally 1 through 5 that can guard all the positions pretty smoothly. And like you said, playoff Jimmy's just going to be too much for the Bulls to handle.
Same. Jimmy Buckets, playoff Jimmy, whatever you want to call him. He's gonna bring it out, turn into a new monster. You got Tyler Hero getting back into his swing, shooting the rock efficiently. If he gets hot, no telling where he can go. Got Bam, a great defender inside. I don't really see them stopping the Heat in their defensive paralysis. Poe being a great mastermind on as a coach, always up there for coach of the year, no matter what he has as a roster. I got the Heat winning it out.
Real quick, it was Hawks versus 76ers. I have the 76ers winning that game against the Hawks to close it out. Y'all subscribe, like the video. It's gonna cut off at any time. It's been a great episode. Appreciate y'all. Go check out our other videos on the channel to get caught up with all the material. This will be dropping before the games begin. So y'all hold us to it. Hold us to it. Remember what we said. And I think it's gonna be a good playoffs this year. Appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
Celtics
Yes,
don't want
sir.
to